anything during it's like, nah. My girl Belle took me straight to the top.
Why am I not surprised, Belle?
They weren't ready for it. You almost lost to a Ganon. You don't. That's the story of my life.
You're almost losing to a Ganon?
Almost losing the Ganon. Because if no matter who you are, you're always one hit away from almost losing to a Ganon. It's not fair.
Is Ganon really?
I'm just imagining, like, just milestone moments of your life, like graduating high school. You almost failed. It's just your teacher stamping an F on your paper. Doria!
Go to your job interview for your current job, and he's just waiting there behind the door, charging the kick, just waiting.
All right, let me open this door to the workshop. No! Pokemon had another little trailer thing. Showed off some new Dynamax forms, which are like the giant forms. Charizard looks fucking
so dumb.
I'm so
I
tired
hate
of
all
Pokemon.
of it. How y'all hitting 1,000 with all the humans and the Pokemon are just stinking up the joint. That coffin looks so dumb.
I like Dynamax Charizard. He looks pretty fucking
They
sick.
keep wheeling out Charizard.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm sick of it. Blastoise and Venusaur gets no kind of love. Char is always Charizard, and I'm sick of it.
It's because Charizard, man.
Yeah. Charizard the best.
He's not the best.
He is the best.
Charizard the best.
He's not.
But
He is.
So they showed off a bunch of different Dynamax forms, and they have ones for the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And I just love the fact that Let's Go Pikachu's Dynamax form is just original fat Pikachu.
Seriously,
It's
amazing.
all it is.
Can we talk about Meowths, though?
I hate it. It looks so stupid.
Long cat.
I hate it.
Very long cat.
Yeah.
Like, Pikachu's like, oh, okay, that's a cute callback. Meowth. Wait, guys, what the fuck?
That's that was the drugs finally kicking in. Like, they had some good designs, and then, like, at the peak of the creative portion of their high, they made Sirfetch'd, who's amazing, and then then they lost the buzz, and Dynamax Meowth came out of it. Robert Downey Jr.'s Doolittle.
Oh, did you see
The accent is the thing.
Uh-huh.
the Reddit stuff?
No.
Wait, what?
The Reddit stuff surrounding Doolittle. There was a dude that was working on a production company, and he just started releasing information. So the director was a piece of that clearly was out of his league and did not know what he was doing and micromanaging everything. So they would be shooting for the day, and the people would go, so where are the animals going to be placed? Because we need to know where Downey's going to be standing so we can place the animals there in post. And he goes, we'll figure it out. Just get this shot of shooting.
Hmm.
And there's like 5 stories of that.
Interesting.
We'll feel it out. Great.
The dude ended it with, I don't know who the production company is that they brought in, but if they can make it even watchable, they all deserve a raise. So he's thinking this is gonna be a dumpster fire.
Interesting.
I'd believe it, which would be very sad for Downey. I feel like he'd just kind of be annoyed.
Who cares? He doesn't care.
He doesn't.
Need it. This dude is doing. This is a passion project out there. Yeah. He's just like, whatever. Freaking dog movie, polar bear. Let's rock it. Yeah, he don't need this.
He's set for life.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's 100% done.
If they just go, this guy's eating 5 devil fruits. Nobody wants to see that. Because it's such a drop from the older quality.
You say that.
You say that, BG. We got Jinbei fans out there.
You have Jinbei stands out there. people who stand
Everybody
in
wants to see SS5 Goku.
Everybody's waiting for that next one.
I think people just want Super Saiyan 4 back.
Oh, definitely. It's the best form. It's the best form.
It's the best form.
On that note, you guys just put out the first episode of a new Revisited.
Oh, it was so fun. It
Was it,
wasn't
DA?
fun at all.
Was it?
I got so angry, and I'm like, I hate feeling this way. Then I just got drained of energy. I'm like, well, at least I know that I'm not a murderer or anything. It's like, all right, take me in, officer. I did it. Because I just got drained for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I gotta keep the energy up, and I'm just like, oh, BG, go on a huge rant. And BG's like, well, that sucks. Pause, look at me. I'm like, I'm done.
Oh no.
Take the ball, BG.
Oh no. No, sir.
You dribbling the rest of this shot clock out, my friend.
The issue with that was you went 4.5 minutes. We played about 20 seconds. I went for maybe 40 seconds, and then you jumped right back in. So I'm like, oh, he's got more in him. And then for the beginning of part 2, you go on another rant.
Oh,
And then you just, for like 5 minutes, go, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, he threw.
Oh, he used it all up. He got nothing left.
He threw it all
I'm
at the
not
spirit
an
bomb and still
I'm
had
not an
14
angry
episodes to
person.
go.
But this dude was talking all this hot nonsense.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And I just exploded like 3 times. And then I just went, and it wasn't like fun. Genlock sucks. Oh my goodness. This was like, dude, you're doing stuff that legitimately pisses me off.
He was so mad.
Did y'all see that updated Sonic?
yes.
I was gonna
No.
get to that after this.
Okay.
We stand with movies.
All right. Yes, he looks so much better.
Look good.
Oh, what
It
happened,
looked
DA?
big good.
You were just
Oh,
talking about...
No, I said it looked fun.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast of stuff. I actually forgot the episode. New setup. Who dis?
Wow.
16, I believe. Oh, wait, no, it might even be 217. It's 216.
216.
We are fucking awful. How many years?
216. I can't remember anymore.
Holy crap.
It's been a
Bruh,
wow.
I'll forget revisited episodes the very next episode.
Yeah, it's just a thing. When it's like, okay, all right, change the description. Make sure the Twitch channel is set up. You know, do I have all my news? Good. Okay, make the social media post. All right, go live and just the mind just
Blank.
turns off. Just white noise. Episode 216. Hello. Excuse me. Hello, Ezra. So, how's
We're
the
all
weather
so
been for you
tired.
guys? Because it has been
Oh,
actually
yeah.
like fucking gorgeous, and I'm
Yeah,
so
but we're
happy.
supposed to get snow Wednesday.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look up, DA. Look up into my face and eyes. We're supposed to get snow Wednesday.
Because it's usually
A
not
bit
4 hours.
nippy.
Okay, it is going to be 43. My weather app updated as I was looking at it. So, yeah,
Oh,
I
sorry,
guess
Tuesday.
That makes sense. That's unfortunate.
Ain't it?
Yes. So, as our general weekly reminder, Black Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, keep wearing your fucking masks. I am 1 week away.
Take them off. We done popped our arms open for them
boy.
vaccines. It's time to moonwalk into places with our mask
The
on our
second
chins.
that you get one of them, you don't even. When you make your appointment, you don't even need masks anymore.
Yeah,
just the effort of I'm going to get vaccinated kills all the coronavirus, and you're done.
if it's even a real virus.
If, we're not.
I forget
Jury's
where-
still out.
Where I read this, maybe even been on our own Discord. I forget where I read this, but like someone was either like getting a vaccine or like was a nurse or something. But a dude came into a vaccine place, kept asking about the microchips.
Yeah, that was in a Discord.
Okay, and we're trying to get the nurses to admit you're implanting microchips into us, and then finally, after getting told no enough times, he left without getting a shot. And it's just like, you people.
What do you expect when we elected Trump president?
You just
What did
Looks
you
a
expect
DA.
when we didn't elect him again?
I just so Triton, our good friend Triton has been plowing through watching this entire podcast's run. He's on episode 205 in the span of less than a month, right?
I think it was like 2 months altogether.
Is it okay? But then like last week we mentioned like, oh, he's going through all of them. Like we should just make him like do best of moments. Ha 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 ha. Then he started actually doing it. So thank you, by the way. But one of them
Real champion.
was DA's whole rant about the goof going away with Trump not being elected.
Dude, this has been a boring presidency so far.
He slipped going up some stairs, and that's been it. A normal human mistake, as opposed to
the subhuman.
the next to a porn shop at a crematorium.
The subhuman.
Come on now, it's crap like that. It's just like Yawnsville, and I'm not about that.
Oh boy. But yeah, that has been happening. So as far as news goes, it's been actually kind of a light news week.
Oh, perfect.
So we'll get to that stuff in a bit. A couple of things wanted to talk about. Just stuff that we have been doing. We did not talk about Bad Movie Night last week.
Oh, yeah.
So there is a episode of one of these recordings right now on the A List Exists channel. But we did another one recently, and we watched The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Classic.
It was not a classic.
That was like, that's
Classic.
a word I would not use.
A classic.
It's a classic for all the wrong reasons. Much like I, Frankenstein.
Yes, as soon as...
No, I didn't say it was I, Frankenstein.
Don't invoke the name of I Frankenstein so casually.
If I'm talking about
No.
perfect for the wrong reasons,
No.
what else do I use but the most perfect?
Who cares?
It's like, if it's like, who do you want to be as a human?
Trump.
Jesus Christ! We went two completely different opposites there.
So yeah, that actually happened for a good chunk of stuff that during that recording, Triton. I know of a solution now. We've currently implemented it for us. It's some Discord settings that basically cut you off, which is really annoying because it cut off some good stuff in that recording. But
Yeah, I'll just have to edit around it.
yeah, for the future, we know what to do. But yeah, that as soon
That's
as
not coming out for a while, though.
Hyde came onto screen.
Hyde was horrible.
What was you gotta wonder what the process was getting into that thing, that suit.
Oh, I saw a behind the scenes video because I was just sort of enamored with it. Like a couple days after, I was just like, Give me everything. Number one, Sean Connery's knee was messed up really bad during the making of that. So that's why all the sitting and all the body doubles and everything. That was an 8-hour process front to back. And he could only record like an hour or two before getting overheated. Because he had the big prosthetic arms and everything.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Imagine.
there's horrible.
There was a whole bunch of budgeting issues and time, and Sean Connery hated the director, and he almost punched him. And then he kicked him off set like, "You'll never work in this town again." Bunch of stuff like that. It was a spicy recording. They had problems making that movie.
Delicious.
And they tried to reboot it for like a decade and a half.
It's
Shame
never
they
coming
failed.
out.
2 years
Shame
ago.
they failed.
2 years ago is when they finally said no.
No,
we give
thank
up.
you. No, thank you.
I don't know who thought this would work, but it won't.
Oh man. So there's that.
So who
Yeah.
takes Sean Connery's place in a redo of?
It was supposed to be all women.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
But all right, without that being a thing, who replaces Sean Connery? Who is equivalent to Sean Connery's notoriety to play that role?
Dame Judi Dench.
Hugh Jackman.
You
Sit
think
on
Hugh-
down. Sit down.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Take that.
I can
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, I know how to cast people.
Or or just get another Bond. Pierce, Daniel.
Pierce. Speaking of
Dalton.
casting, did you see? This is what I wanted to be reminded for One Piece for, that the live action cast might have leaked.
Oh.
Oh, I did not.
They look good.
Yeah.
No, not they're not in their costumes or anything. Just the people that were picked.
Sure.
look good.
Do you have that
I
listing
might-
somewhere?
Yes, I have the listing along with their Instagram, so you can see pictures of them and such.
Okay.
Luffy 17.
So just like how like it's different than how most of us felt about the Bebop casting, where it's like, all right.
Can I get a love?
Yeah, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna look at them all.
Luffy. Oh wow, they actually are casting him pretty young too. That's good.
Yeah, he's 17. Just that image right there, I was like, that's some Luffy stuff.
Not wrong. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I can dig Luffy. We got Zoro.
Nami was great. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I dig Zorro.
Ooh, okay,
Nami's
yeah.
great.
The like super buff photo that's like 3 rows down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nami.
Usopp's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I like Usopp.
He looks
These are
goofy
all
enough.
good so far. I'm going down the list. Usopp.
Wonder how they're gonna hit that nose.
They might just leave it. He's got a little bit
He's
of a
got
snob.
a schnoz.
What, dude? What if
knock
that
it
was
down.
like an actual casting criteria? It's like someone walks
You
in.
gotta have the nose.
No, but I didn't even perform. Your nose.
Your nose didn't come in first, so
So in other words, did she get that one girl from fucking Snyder Cut?
But yeah,
there
all
was
these,
1,000
at least-
people in Snyder Cut.
The nose. That should have been clear cut.
Oh, the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these castings look really good. Like, and I'm glad they aren't like names either.
Yeah, it's all
big
rumors
ones.
right now, though.
That would. Okay. Some hope, a little bit of hope, but we shall see.
Yeah,
shall
we'll
be
see.
So on that note, actually, I'll circle back to stuff that we're doing, but castings and what have you. The first
up, Streamlabs.
official images. I forgot I set those.
Whatever, I don't care anymore. First official images of what?
Yeah, that's me. That's me. I need to still mess with settings.
Yes.
We'll get the
first
bots
official
down
images.
eventually. But the first official images from the Powerpuff Girls live action got shown.
Yikes!
Yeah.
Yikes.
So there's those images, which is I know what you're talking about, and I agree. Yikes! The official poster, however, swerved my expectations back a little bit. I'm like, okay, they aren't going to be, and they specifically stated in that press release that like the original classic outfits are only for flashback scenes. So I'm like, all right.
I figured as much. I said that like first episode before they get.
Yeah, it's like, okay, they're not going to be wearing those all the time. And I do like Chloe Bennett. Liked her in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, still, like, middling expectations. But yeah,
I'm back to
that
middling.
on-set photo was...
Big rough. I'm
Oof,
like either scrap it or you gotta touch it up with some CGI or something. Cause this, ooh.
It's like one of the few times where it's like, bring in Snyder. let him put his vision all over this, please. Filter the fuck out of this. I have seen, like, it's interesting seeing, like, some discourse and stuff about this, especially, like, with representation of things where, so it's like, okay, they made one of the Powerpuff Girls black. All right. Like, that's a thing. However, it's just like, oh, they made the violent one black and all this different stuff. It's interesting.
It's not
That's
not
only
the
a problem
best.
if you perceive it to be a problem.
absolutely.
Which the general public will perceive it to be a problem.
The only you couldn't really do Bubbles.
Why not?
Black women aren't nice.
Racist
No.
DA rears his head.
It's because of her whole blue motif. Blonde hair, blue eye. I see Bubbles as a blonde, blue-eyed person. So you're stuck with Blossom or you're stuck with Buttercup. It's hard for Blossom because we just came off the back of Starfire from Titans and the backlash of that. So,
Oof.
Yeah, that is. I don't envy, like,
The
the
casting
people
director?
making these decisions.
I don't envy the casting director at all for that one.
Yeah.
They were probably told from on high, listen, fit a black person into the main three. Let's go.
somewhere, anywhere.
I saw a fun meme on it yesterday. It was they announce Powerpuff Girls live action. The entire black community show us Mojo Jojo.
Oh.
It's going to be a black guy, right? That's what I think I saw that.
Mojo was white.
Oh, Mojo's white. Oh, okay.
The real question is him. What are they
I
going
want
to
him
do?
so bad.
With him.
Dude, they're going to murder it. It's going to be terrible. You know that,
That's
right?
gonna be. Yeah. When does this come out?
Like,
I
I
don't
mean, they're
think we have
filming
a
now,
date
so
yet.
like next year.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know if there's a
I'm
date
very,
yet.
very curious about this.
Season 1 probably will not have him.
They
Or it'll be a
might.
tease.
I can see that.
It's fucking. It's what's his name? It's Luke Skywalker. Fuck.
Mark Hamill.
It's Mark Hamill. That's it.
Eh. But I mean, until we know more, all we can do is just speculate and what have you. But on that same vein of like wokeness, I don't know, like what I would call the topic, but a lot of that same stuff people are complaining about here and there for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which has become just an odd. Like, the show is just, like, typical Marvel, in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of, it's like, where Scarlet Witch had, like, all the intrigue, the mystery, what have you, what is going on. This is basically a Marvel movie extended out into a 6-episode TV show. But, because one of the main focuses is on Sam Wilson, race is brought up a lot in this series. And it is a central kind of point to some of the side stories and what have you that come about it. And people are bitching and complaining about, like, oh, like, I don't want this, like, political crap in my Marvel TV show, yada, yada, this, yada, yada, that. It's supposed to entertain me. When that's kind of been Marvel's shtick since the comics' inception.
Don't they
Yeah.
understand that the back of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is Iron Man, and he went, no more weapons for wars? Political stuff has been in Marvel, the MCU, since day one.
Yeah. And then, like, like people have been
If you
posting...
hate black people, just say that.
Yeah, people have been posting in response to some of these things that, like, in early Marvel comics where, like, race was addressed or sexism or, like, anything of a, you know, minority being oppressed, Stan Lee wrote these blurbs in the back of comics basically telling people to shut the hell up. I'll put in what I want in my comics, and these things should be talked about. So this is going back decades that Marvel's been doing this, even before the MCU was even a thought.
I'm just saying the MCU because they're crying that, you know, it's supposed to be entertaining and not political la-di-da. That's part of why they hated Captain Marvel, because it was political, women, girl power, blah, blah, blah.
When they should have hated it because it's just a mid movie.
Mid. Mediocre.
But yeah, it's... And, like, this type of thing is going to be more and more... It's going to happen more and more often. Especially now, just with the last 4 years going into these next couple of years, where the people that were quiet, then got loud over the last 4 years, are now then fighting back against their supposed oppression.
What are movies allowed to talk about? What are TV shows
Nothing.
allowed to talk about?
Yeah.
Nothing.
That is a great question.
Because it's always like, I don't want this in my games. I don't want this in my TV show. Okay, so what are they meant to do?
They're meant to further the agenda that I follow.
It's not even that. It's just like people perceive that one of the reviewers for IGN had a problem with Days Gone because it was a white male protagonist, and it's just like, screw you, blah, blah, blah. When she laid out her problems, the real problem was they had a problem with the woman as opposed to what she reviewed. So what are people allowed to talk about? They said it wasn't objective enough. A review was not objective enough.
Yikes.
It's subjectivity. It's your thoughts and opinions and you're coming into the game with. So what are people allowed to do and think and talk about and put into media?
Just
So
basically, it's
irritating.
like what people want is like the paste that they make the chicken nuggets out of at McDonald's. just compressed, just sustenance.
Give nugs.
Bland, nothing sustenance. But speaking of
thing to kill brain,
subjectively objective.
Oh God! What a
go-
transition there, Mike.
Want to go back? Want to swerve this back into stuff we were doing? Boy, this last revisited.
Oh Jesus!
Nux Taku is a confirmed bum.
You did not. Just the immediate rage.
Oh, pissed me off so bad.
Have you watched
Everything
it, Ralph?
that I've talked about
I have not
up
yet.
until now has been objective.
From an objective point of view.
It's like, oh,
So, like,
ooh, don't,
to
don't.
paraphrase this entire 5-episode revisited, Nux Taku was trying to argue that Fairy Tail was a good show, and he's the only one that can say that it's a good show. And basically all of his arguments stem from, this show makes me feel like I'm a part of Fairy Tale, like it's my family, and it makes me feel good. So ignore all the bad stuff, but the fact that it makes me feel good and how thematically these things work, it's good. The whole thing about it makes me feel good. And then, like, 98% of the way through his thing, he's like, all the things that I've been saying right now have been from an objective standpoint. Immediate pause. DA screams.
Yeah, it was not a good time.
It was just a cauldron bubbling over because we had been recording for like 2 hours at that point, and 2 hours of just feces being thrown in my face. I'm like, because it was like right before that it goes into like personal preference, and I'm like, and I turned the video, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna explain to you why this is the worst video that we've ever done. And then he immediately hits with objective. It's like 0% objectivity. He's just, you feel like a member of Fairy Tale, so you cry with them, and that's why it's important. Like, just constantly being hammered, and then it was just a 1-2 punch of just like, my favorite arc is the Grand Magic Games, and I've long since held that is the worst tournament arc in all of anime. And he just hits us with it's in the forefront of my mind whenever I think about tournaments. I'm like, how?
Yes, that was, as soon as he's like, my favorite arc, the Grand Magic Games, I just started laughing. It wasn't even your reaction. It's just because I knew what you were feeling. I can imagine.
Oh, as I forgot all about that, because he can. Why does he do this? Because he can. That's why it's good, because he can do it, and he does do. Literally the worst video we've ever done.
My favorite moment, I listened to it so much, was that rambling sentence.
Dude, we had to re-listen to his sentence, and DA is sitting up there with a speak to tech, just writing it all down, going blah 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 blah, and we read it and we try to dissect it, and we've got nothing.
It's so confusing.
I didn't get it either.
Dude, how can you?
You weren't alone.
Even if you just go to his video and listen to it raw, how could you even begin to understand the point?
Even with context.
You can cry with them. You can laugh hard with them. Because we're all family. Shut up.
It was like, what are you even talking about? That was a rough one.
So, and then the other thing you guys did recently was your worst shonen tier list.
Yes, it was a tier list. Yep,
that was a lot of fun.
So
we basically spent 40 minutes of doing it, and then an hour and a half of just talking to people,
and then refactoring.
Dude, and I'm telling you, if we would have read that My Hero chapter, it would have went up.
All right.
Oh, My Hero.
So I actually read it right before this, and like, as I told BG, for me, it was just kind of a nothing burger. But again, you know, I think I am now.
You don't have that vitriol.
Yeah, I think I'm at the point of My Hero like I was with like Naruto and Bleach, where I'm just like reading it to go through the motions and just like not digesting.
Yeah.
Like, the thing that, like, I told BG this, the thing that, like, that popped me out of that from last week's chapter was the clearly blatant Deku is Spider-Man panel.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's using danger sense.
Yep.
Just spider sense. And then he literally has a pose where he, like, is doing a Spider-Man swing with the black whip. It's just he doesn't have his pinky and his pointer finger extended. It's coming out of the same exact fucking spot as a spider web would. I'm like, you cannot be serious right now.
Please.
This is what you're doing. You're trying to make Batman and Spider-Man in one person. That's what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
So
Are those heroes?
that tilted me more than anything. So go. All right. What was it?
What is one of the few things about Deku's powers that is pretty prevalent throughout the series?
That it hurts.
And don't even think too long on it. If you use your arms too much at this capacity, you will not be able to use them again. So, and that's been since almost chapter 1.
It's been so long.
So what happens here? In 4 to 5 panels, you use your arms too much, but it's not a problem. In fact, it seems like you're protected from the inside while using them. So that is no longer an issue for him.
Until the second that it becomes one. And then you have to ask, why hasn't it been an issue up until this moment? He went so hard on that last arc against Shigaraki. Don't tell me that somehow he was being protected. He went nuts. When he was laid out in the hospital, I'm like, his arms are gone. When he was up on the building and his arms were just sort of limp, I'm like, his arms are gone. So now we at least get this. And what happened with he was like, there's a villain over here. He had like dead glazed over eyes. He's acting the exact same now. Why are people just like, was that kid? Oh, he's acting different. Like, he's acting the exact same. What are you talking about? So, his arms, it's meaningless, number one, because, oh, your body can just handle it now. And then number two, oh, while you were knocked out, I just ordered this gauntlet from America. Raw. Not established. It was in the movie. Shut up. Not established. Randomly gotten, and it fixes his problem almost instantly with no kind of drawbacks. What is this?
Why wasn't that ordered from the first time he broke his arm?
Yes. Why now?
It's taking time. Come on, obviously. It's just taking time.
Duh.
Yeah, like
This
there's a
whole
lot to go
time.
over here.
His arms were jacked to the point that he needed to create a whole new style so that he can avoid using his arms so that he can have use of them for the rest of his life. But now it's just gnaw. He punches muscular. I'm like, oh, he's not even kicking anymore. I guess we're done with that.
Yep, he can use his arms now. That's
It's
it.
just punching again. Why?
Because he can control it. Come on. Obviously.
It's incompetence.
And it's rush storytelling to try to get to a point that he wants to get to.
Like 5 panels of just, oh yeah, this 200-300 chapter issue that you've been having, this whole weakness, this whole fighting style change you need to go through. It's done. It's gone.
It's called Buy the Toy.
I'm so mad at this. I can't believe, like, why would you do this?
Yeah, I think, like... I think... blah, I just forgot who said it. I think it was BG. I think it all boils down to the rushing. Like...
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's so... And I don't know why, like, what that pressure is to rush it. But, like, think of how long... Like, with Naruto... Even Dragon Ball, I should say. Where it's just, like... you have your starting time frame, I should say, like, plot time frame. A bunch of stuff happens, villains show up, yada yada this, yada yada that. And then, maybe, a time skip happens. And then, more adventures, you're stronger, you do some other stuff, some training here and there, and what have you. And, like, Dragon Ball, there was, like, 2 or 3 time skips, technically. At least before... No, like 4 or 5 time skips. There's a lot of time skips in Dragon Ball.
There was a lot of time skips, dude.
But, I mean, I will say Dragon Ball uses too much, but it is at least a plot device if you want to, like, get a person stronger and have it seem more natural. It's like, okay. It's like, yeah, like this, he made the jump from, like, 20-ish% to 45% in like what, 2 days, 3 days?
Essentially, yeah.
Versus it's like, oh, like 2 years have passed. That makes more sense. Just from a pure time frame standpoint, that makes more sense. But just they took this like awesome thing of he has this percent, and you can judge his growth based on that percent. But then when you make these giant fucking leaps, and then on top of that you add all the new powers, it kind of
Danger sense, spider webs,
it lost its
mist.
It's insanity. It's like, and
there's no power
like,
balance
okay,
anymore.
so he's just swinging around, zip zapping with the black whips. That's no issues. He's got the danger sense down pack. That's no issue. He got the smoke screen down pack. That's no issue. Like, and back with Shigaraki, he already had float down pack, so that's no issue. So
he's got like 2 powers left to.
My biggest fear when they just went, oh, you got a bunch of quirks inside of you. This was it exactly. Just nothing. Just here you go.
See, I wasn't afraid of it at first because the Black Whips came and it was just like, all right, there's so much time. I need to develop this. I need to work at it. And I'm thinking, okay, that's just how it's going to be. He's going to randomly get a power unlocked. He's going to have to work at it with different heroes and such and such. But then it was like, hey, remember that training we did off screen? Now you can control it.
And that's okay if, like, there's a significant amount of time that is presented. Not good, but okay. Where it's
acceptable.
Like, yes, it's like, yes, this thing that we trained at for 3 months. It's like, all right. versus, like, these past 3 days. It's like, I
don't think that's going to work out quite.
Yeah. But, so yeah, you had it like mid A tier by the end of your video?
It was like low to mid A tier. It would be top of A tier.
Yeah, so it would eclipse Samurai 8 at this point.
Wow. So
yikes.
I had a question about this tier list.
So
I watched the video, and in comparison to everything else, I think where it kind of landed was okay, but I still want to question Bleach.
Okay.
Just because, and I will say this is mostly addressed to DA. Because we have video evidence of your feelings about Bleach.
Now, I understand this, Mike. I understand this. But
you literally at one point said, if I were to combine my rankings of least favorite characters between Fairy Tail and Bleach, it was like Jalal, Gray, and then number 3 was Renji.
Renji Abardai, absolutely.
So,
but I'm going to tell you this, Mike. The first half of Bleach is so strong.
So sure.
I love
now I'm going to swerve
so
to BG.
Much.
Where BG made an argument about Naruto where it's like it was so good and then it fell. That same argument applies to Bleach.
Here's the difference.
This bastard's revisiting us.
He is. He's hitting you with the fucking Uno reverse card.
Here's the difference. Imagine 2 roller coasters, and both of them go up to 200 feet.
Sure.
The Naruto roller coaster goes underground. The Bleach one bottoms out at like 30. That's the difference.
Okay.
So
and Naruto was never as good as Bleach was.
Never. Rewatching it, all the fights I love, like Rock Lee and Gaara, roughly okay. It was never amazing. Oh, I take that back. It was one point it was amazing, and that was Zabuza.
Well, that's just because the sword couldn't be beat.
Precisely. Everything after that, tuning exams.
Bleach got that hard character stuff. It's got that good little self-contained episodic. Oh no, here comes the hollows. That sort of stuff.
Bleach was legit amazing, for like 130 chapters. I couldn't give you 50 amazing chapters in Naruto.
Okay.
I think that's a little.
Last thing I want to mention.
I couldn't give you 50 amazing chapters in Naruto. I say again.
Are we going subsequent chapters? Or
I'm
just
not
like
saying consecutively. Yes.
Really?
I couldn't give you 50. I will give you Hidan and Kakuzu. I will give you Sasori and Sakura. Altogether, that's like 9 chapters. Give me more.
Does the chapter have to be all good?
Yeah, amazing chapters. I didn't say good.
Okay, amazing. No, we're done here. I can hit you with some goods, but amazing is that's out of my wheelhouse.
I mean, Naruto versus Pain is an amazing fight.
Naruto versus Pain is very good. Now people joke, but it's very good.
Oh,
even the Talk No Jutsu stuff makes a lot of sense.
I will say, like, anime aside, the Pain versus Naruto fight is great. I loved that fight. That's why I was waiting for the anime to make that damn video.
You get Whack-A-Pain.
Yes, I do.
So, Pain and Naruto is not a bad. It's just been mean to death.
Boruto is worse than Super.
Obito, we'll get back to that. Obito and Naruto is trash Talk No Jutsu.
Oh, it's real bad.
They did it so right with Pain, and then so wrong. Because Kishi has this problem with forgiveness where it's just like, I need people to forgive and be forgiven. Please forgive.
Hold on. The thing is that if I'm recalling correctly, this was back when Naruto was still airing. He was still releasing. He was asked by an interviewer how he had planned out Madara and Obito being defeated because they were essentially ascended to godhood, and at that time he had no plan.
Oh.
So
I go where my pen takes me, baby.
So if
Naruto, baby,
the only way to stop Madara was the Talk No Forgiveness jutsu. So that had to translate to Obito because Obito was young Madara. So Obito could not have been beaten in battle. He had to be, brought down by words because that's the only way to take down Madara.
Now
that's why this was done.
The war arc was like 180 chapters. Can you give me 4 good fights in there?
4 good fights in the war.
Because I can give you
are we
roughly 4
the
at least
fight?
Good fights.
Are we talking the Naruto Sasuke last fight? Is that part of the war?
Yeah. Yes.
That's one. We'll take
right.
that. We'll take
One.
that one. Zabuza Kakashi rematch.
Yeah,
right.
That's one. The twin fucking fox.
Gintaki and
No.
Gintoki and
No.
That wasn't good?
No.
it was really not good. Especially
Try
since it was just
again.
like, who is this black dude with lightning and why should we care?
My,
We've been inside the fox stomach and we ate its chakra. Did you?
So I'm just
Being
gonna throw
cool
fights
back
out
in the
there
day,
'cause,
but
again,
maybe not.
Like Ralph, I have not read Naruto in half a decade.
Very long time.
Okay.
The 5 Kages versus Madara.
No.
I know it has Madara, but
No, because they never even really stood a chance.
okay.
And it's
Guy versus Madara.
They didn't.
Guy
versus Madara was
Okay.
amazing.
We're rocking that.
Guy Madara, I'll give you 3.
Boy, it should have just flashed up the end once he kicked him. Just like
Dynamic exit.
that bastard's a hero. Put him up on the motherfucking statue and flash the end. He's the biggest hero we got. He kicked that month so hard he exploded. They
flew to the
both
moon.
exploded. Put him up next to the Hokage.
Legend
the
said they're
biggest
still
face.
flying through the sky.
Boy, that has just been a hype of just like
so
this
hard, he's just
bum.
perpetually
With no
orbiting.
jutsu. This bum with no jutsu, who only trained in taijutsu, beat the strongest ninja in history with just his fists.
He hit him really, really hard. Madara was just like, yeah, bring it on. I'm having so much fun. And as he's getting kicked, you just cut to his face. It's just like, oh no, I'm dying. And he took too much because he underestimated Guy, and they both explode, and then you just cut to anybody and just go, that was the biggest hero we've ever seen.
And then,
Earth style jutsu. Put him up on the mountain. The end.
and then in his
No
heroics-
other plot lines tied together. Nothing. Cut to black.
but Jesus came. I mean, Naruto came.
And
revived
healed
him.
him
For free.
For free.
for free. Gave Kakashi his eye back for free.
After Madara just like, hey, that's a Sharingan. It's mine now. And I'm just going to put it in my eye and move on, because that's how it works.
That's it.
So,
another
we've
fight
gotten
that
3.
comes to mind. And again, don't remember this is good. I just remember, like, maybe liking the moment back then. Gaara versus his dad.
I think it was a good moment, but I don't think it was a good fight.
Okay.
Just like I think Lee Gaara is a good moment, but I don't think it's a good fight.
The samurai dude.
How about Kakashi?
No.
No, it was not a good one. I remember that one. What about Kakashi Obito?
No.
No?
There's no reason why they should be fighting the exact same way as they when they were children. They're both way more experienced. Why are you doing the same kick?
Why are you doing the same kick? Hey, the fundamentals never get get old, man.
Itachi, Sasuke, Kabuto, no. Get that. I'm looking up.
Yeah, I see you.
Because that one was just like, here is this jutsu that was never established that can solve this problem instantly and get
was dumb.
Kabuto to our side.
Even Izanagi.
And you are defeated.
Was it Naruto and Itachi versus Nagato? Was that one?
Yeah, Itachi Nagato. It was a fight.
No.
No, it was not good.
I just remember liking seeing Nagato actually fight versus, the Six Paths of Pain.
Hey, how about this?
We're not getting it, boys.
How about this?
This is a big rip.
You keep talking about a singular moment.
Sure.
We're not getting it, boys. We need to move on.
That's what I'm saying.
This is not happening.
It was almost 200 chapters of almost nothing but fighting.
Okay, but
and you got 3 good ones.
Like 90 chapters was right in Madara's face.
Correct.
And I could not care less about that piece of He's the worst.
Correct.
So, on that point, I want to circle back to Bleach real quick.
Oh boy.
That was one of like the tipping points in your video of like, you know what? Bump Naruto up. I hate Madara. Cause your whole thing is like, he's so strong, how are people supposed to beat him?
Uh-huh.
You habak.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. Yuhabak he had his abilities, and then he got one more ability. Madara was unbeatable with no eyes and just his taijutsu. But then he has his Sharingan. Then he starts dropping meteors on people. Then he gets the Ten Tails within him. Then he gets a Rinnegan. Then he gets Hashirama cells. Stuff like that. It's just like, wait, he was unbeatable back then.
Okay.
I'm not seeing a problem here.
It's so uninteresting that he gets stacks on stacks on stacks. Because like I said, Uchiha Raw is broken. And then when we were in the chat, somebody was just like, yeah, he didn't even show his Mangekyo ability. And I was like, he didn't. Susanos, Limbo clones. Let's not forget about
Perfect
those.
Susanoo.
Perfect. Master of Taijutsu. Above almost anybody else. Absolutely destructive fire abilities.
So,
this is uninteresting.
What are all the Mangekyo abilities? So Itachi's is Amaterasu.
Amaterasu, yeah. Shisui is Izunagi and Izunami. He's got both of them. That's very interesting.
Yep. Go on. How is it interesting?
I don't think
What
you
was
understand.
Sasuke's?
That was sarcasm.
Sasuke got the same thing as Itachi because those were his eyes. So he just
Well,
got
no. But before he got Itachi's eyes, though, he internal Mangekyo'd his own eyes, but then they went bad.
Oh, that wasn't eternal. That was just regular Mangekyo.
Well, it's when you get a regular Mangekyo, you get
comes with an ability.
yeah.
That's true.
He maybe never showed him off. He might have never had time.
Yeah, I think they both just had Amaterasu. Weird.
Maybe it's like a bloodline thing.
A
Possible.
bloodline within a bloodline.
That's right.
Oh boy. Okay. It's like I just due to what you guys have said in the past, I just wanted to ask those questions just because I wasn't there during the stream, so I couldn't ask them then.
No, I understand. It's very contradictory, and we don't have time to explain ourselves.
Just because, I mean, to be fair, that scream, I think it got picked up. Hold on.
It did.
Okay, yeah, I was making sure it was on the stream. Looking at the audio forms. That scream is from you yelling about the Fullbringers coming in at the final moment.
But can I explain? That was like maybe a couple hours after I read it, so I was still just boiling over. That's all. I had the raw emotions in that moment because I had just finished it. That's all. I'm calmed down a little bit. It's a bad moment, understandably, but you know.
Okay, so I just looked up the abilities. Itachi gets Tsukiyomi.
Tsukiyomi.
And
that's right.
Amaterasu. Sasuke gets Amaterasu, and he can shape it with his other eye. Yeah, he can shape and extinguish
he can make
the
it into
flames.
swords and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yep. So that's what they had.
Busted.
Nah, balanced. It's perfectly balanced.
Yep. Madara Uchiha was the first to awaken. It is not known what the individual abilities of each of his eyes were.
Unbelievable. So he didn't even show off his more than likely unbeatable ability because he didn't have to.
What if it was just like so fucking useless?
I create water.
Creates rice.
That ain't bad.
Drown in grain. Blood comes out. Oh boy.
Next tier list we're doing is One Piece openings.
Dude, so like as a part of like some of this Twitch stuff that I've been doing, I was accruing music to play while I'm like playing Smash and stuff like that, and I was looking up anime opening covers. I had forgotten. So like a lot of people will go like to Naruto, to Bleach, to kind of like the main.
Are you talking about MIDI guy?
No. Like you go to Naruto, to Bleach for like a lot of like those like the big shonen openings. But one that I always go back to is Paper Moon, the second one from Soul Eater.
It's a really good one.
Fucking love that song.
It's a really good one.
And the animation too as well. Yeah, the new My Hero one, garbage. The song's good.
The song is fine,
but like my only thought is like, okay, pandemic hit hard. Like that for the animation, that's my first thought. That is a uber assumption, but is
okay.
Bad.
You could say the pandemic hit hard, but why not make what we're seeing at least interesting? Why not have them being drawn in and colored in instead of them just standing there stretching?
Basically T-pose and
what if they just like pan crop T poses? Sony Vegas just like flying around.
It'd at least be something.
Oh.
Part 6 OP they need to do something at the end that I cannot talk about, but they need to do it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And
the
like,
second opening needs to be something that ties back into something else, and I will scream.
you'll need about.
But they won't do it because they're cowards.
Part
You'll need,
6
like-
opening is going to be Flames. What is going to be an ending song? I want No Doubts, Don't Speak.
No, they're not gonna do what you want because the most obvious thing would be Gangster Paradise for Part 5.
And they picked Jodeci.
They could have thrown a couple nickels at Coolio's feet and got that from him. Coolio ain't doing nothing. He'll
nickels.
accept whatever he gets.
Yes, it has to be a female singer. That's why I want No Doubt. They had so many hits.
I can't wait.
I mean, as soon as the opening plays for the first time, you're gonna need a half-hour recovery period before the episode even starts. Let's be real here.
They need to do it.
You're gonna get the vapors and pass out on the couch.
You're gonna get the vapors.
Yeah, that's that down south stuff.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of vapors, didn't you love Uraraka doing nothing in that opening except looking at Deku?
Amazing.
How are people defending this?
Horikoshi's a genius. Look at her. Standing there perfectly vertical. Can't
just
stand
like-
this.
Are you, BG? Are you current in Dr. Stone right now?
No, I'm not. I always give Dr. Stone about 6 months before I move on to before I catch up.
People read it. It has been the most consistently good manga. Besides Komi Can't Communicate.
There we go. We
That
always
I have
to
read.
that caveat.
As soon as I said that, I'm like, wait.
What would be a not consistent chapter of One Piece? But keep going.
I would have to like really think about that and just like think of arcs
Yeah,
that I wasn't
but
a big
keep
fan
going.
of. Like Fishman Island.
That was far from here.
That was
We're literally like 400 chapters.
arcs ago.
Hey,
that was 2010.
You got a lot to work with.
Dr. Stone is like,
You didn't
what,
give me that
5?
caveat. You just said name me a down point of One Piece.
Yeah, but you
which
know,
is
I was
over
talking about
a decade.
I was talking about within the same like time frame of Dr. Stone, which has what 200 and something chapters. So I'm thinking like from now to 260 chapters ago of One Piece.
You didn't give me that caveat.
Oh my god! So everything.
Everything, 100%, top to bottom.
But anyways, like Black Clover has ups and downs.
Oh, where's the down?
Like I've talked about like things that I wasn't as big a fan of as you guys were.
Okay.
Like lately been money, but like if I go
She
like
didn't
200
even get an action shot.
She sure did.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're watching the My Hero opening, and they're panning around and Shoto's doing his thing, and here's Red Riot getting hard, and then she's just looking at Deku.
So Triton, I don't care as much as they do, but that is a good point. Anything with Jinbei over the last 200 chapters.
You know what? His reappearance was real bad.
It was real bad.
You have no defense.
None.
I just say Jinbei, and you're like,
Dang.
yeah.
Hey, you didn't think of it. Triton did. I want to hear nothing from you. You got an assist, my guy. I don't want to hear
Because
that.
I don't care as much about Jinbei as you guys do. So I didn't think of it because from my standpoint, I don't give a fuck. But
Yeah, anything
that is
Jinbei.
everything.
Hey, Jinbei brings whatever is going on down 2 points. Raw. The raw end. It could be literally Carrot taking off Pespero's head and it lands in Jinbei's hand, and I would go, wow, that's now 8 stars instead of 10. He ain't do nothing but be there, but that was enough.
Mm-hmm.
Ezra, definitely read part 6. You need to read it in color. I love part 6 in color. Boruto v Super. Here's
How
the
many
thing.
chapters are you in?
5. And I'm going to tell you why Boruto's worse.
Whoa!
I'm going to tell you about
Sir, you can't do this.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why.
You're wrong, but you're wrong. But go ahead, please.
I'm going to tell you why Boruto's
Please, go
worse.
ahead. You're wrong.
And
Go
I
ahead.
haven't caught up, but I'm going to tell you why it's worse.
Go ahead. Wrong.
There hasn't been a moment of good yet.
No. I did.
Yeah, I'm not at Shino yet.
I told you that.
Okay.
I said this.
Within 6 chapters, I had at least one moment of good in Dragon Ball.
Can I ask you something? Did you think that I was exaggerating? Did you
Okay,
not trust my judgment?
I never thought you were exaggerating, but I thought I would find at least a speck. Because, I believe in you, and I believe the things you say, but there are times where we differ on things where I will like a character more or a moment more than you would. So what is a 0 no good moments for you, I might find a single good moment. None! 0 good moments! Ninja scrolls in the arm, they completely break the foundation of it. Here's a jutsu that only that clan can use unless you put it in your wrist. You can use it too, baby. It's all good.
That'll be $13, please.
4 people in the world knew the Rasengan. Maybe 7 in history. But here it is for you, free.
Free. Here you go. Just pop that out.
Let me tell you why Boruto is worse than Super. Come on now.
Naruto, Kakashi, Jiraiya. There's only 5. There's only 5 in history that have ever known the Rasengan.
Now it's 5,000.
Yeah.
Plus, Boruto basically learns it off screen.
Yeah. So 6.
And a whole vanishing one that can curve it.
A better one.
A better version of it.
Dude,
that
I don't want to hit the My Hero on you. But dude,
in 6
it's
chapters.
almost valueless.
It's almost valueless.
That is
Now, if I were to scrape and be the most fair, the little rich kid was fine, and the dude trying to eat him was fine.
There we go.
If that's me being the most fair.
I told you.
But that's only because it's a speck of water in a desert.
And I think that would have been this is one good thing to do trying to eat him if I had not told you. If it was a surprise.
No, because I didn't even remember until his mouth was literally on his head. And then I was like, oh yeah, he told me about this.
But you didn't like the dude, the cannibal man?
He was straight.
I like the concept.
Yes, the concept, the execution, yeah, whatever.
I'm being the most fair by saying that's one of the good moments.
Okay, you can say that. I disagree.
I'm very curious if you'll get one. Because the Shino thing loses impact.
The theme of this cannibal and him being
the
a cannibal
concept of it
made him really feel like a part of this ninja team. So all the crap around
Shut up!
It doesn't matter. It's just that the cannibal, he felt a part of the series at that moment.
Let me further tell you why Boruto is worse.
Sarada is it's really
they literally just put the camera up her skirt at some point.
It's really I don't see how this makes
the covers is just them with juicy lips and long legs. Like they're 11. And then the art isn't even good. Like I said before,
it's good enough. It gets people where they need to go. You know what I'm saying?
Do I need to pull this up? Everybody, like I said, everybody looks 3 degrees off.
Yeah.
Like it's
like
not
Kishimoto was drawn with his left hand.
Like he had one of his assistants do it and then went, all right, Kishi, you need to do it over. And he went, no.
No.
Just submit it.
He had that artwork. It's like, all right. Hey, third assistant to this guy's assistant. Trace this.
Hey, intern.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you further why it's worse. Naruto starts off with a kid that's just kind of strong, and they're going on small missions, and they're doing all that. Hey, here's a whole clan of Kaguyas. Chapter 1.5.
They're all stronger than Kaguya was the bum. She was the worst one. She was the runt of the litter. Oh, they're all literally stronger, huh? That's interesting.
Chapter 1.5.
This is worth my time.
So no. Boruto is worse. Now, maybe it'll shift at some point.
That's
That new Dragon Ball chapter coming
think-
out soon.
I think that it is because that this is new and shiny that you are forgetting about Dragon Ball.
No, because I think Battle of Gods was roughly okay. I think Frieza was mediocre.
We're already up to 3 new forms.
Yeah. I understand that. That was mediocre. Then it was the tournament arc, which was bad. And then it was Goku Black, which was horrible. Then it was the Tournament of Power, which was horrible. But at least I got okay and mediocre before I got bottom of the barrel bullshit. It started out at a 5 and went down. This started out at a 3, and I don't see it going up.
And to be the most fair in terms of Dragon Ball Super, yes, there was a disgusting amount of transformations. But in terms of, like, I get new transformation to get more power, and in order to beat this dude, I must get new transformation to get more power, that concept remains throughout all of Super. The fact that, as BG stated, in the first 5 chapters, they just break ninjutsu. Kekkei Genkais, they break all of it. Your power system is just gone.
Raw, free.
Whereas Dragon Ball, it is roughly the same.
It's bad, but consistently bad.
Yes.
Consistently bad with dips of horrible. And then it's consistently horrible with dips of okay.
Boruto is gonna level out. There's gonna be a period of time where it's just you got like 30 chapters of 2.
I don't know.
It's not gonna go up. It's not gonna go down.
With what they
just
did to
pictures.
their previous protagonists.
Yes,
I can't get behind that.
We understand that. I completely understand that, and we still need to hit up
I don't
that
think
podcast.
you do.
We need to hit up this podcast real bad. We need to get a time so we can just talk Boruto
We are
to get
already.
all our feelings out.
Yeah, there's a lot to this, I feel like.
Oh, just.
Let's move on because we're already at 10.
Yeah, okay.
And we still got some
most of
other
the stuff
stuff.
is like really quick.
Who
news bits.
expected an 8 in Boruto? Who?
Naruto fans, I can understand that.
But his hair, just look at his hair. His hair is terrible.
But you had,
He looks terrible.
if you liked Naruto, you probably got 10 in the beginning and it went down to 6. So you're roughly at 8 on the series. So you're like, here's the next generation, and we can get back to the 10 stuff. But I'm gonna lower expectations and put it at an 8. Continue, Mike.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna go
random news
someplace
tidbits.
we're gonna be.
Yeah.
This past week, Snyder fans, as they do, got another hashtag trending. This time, Batfleck. People, Ben Affleck doesn't want to be Batman anymore. Stop.
I don't care. I want him to be Batman.
Yeah.
Because that's another win for Snyder.
Counterpoint, me.
Oh, you want to be Batman? All right. We'll send your casting straight.
You
to
know what else
Snyder
they got trending? Hashtag release the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
He's jumping on that bandwagon. I saw.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Y'all gave them too much power,
Yep.
and now you gave them a globe, but they want the world.
Give a mouse a cookie.
I feel like this is more equating to raccoons because my mom did that once. She fed a raccoon, and then its family came the next night.
Uh-huh.
We grubbing here?
Yeah.
We eating?
Hey yo, y'all! I found this new spot. That is the bomb. Yo, really, Dad? All right, let's go. Hey, lady, where the food?
We were promised food. The transaction is not complete.
And so we will be scratching at your door until we receive said food.
Yep. A live-action Gundam is now in production by Netflix. Wow. That's not the reaction I thought I'd hear.
I'm not. There's Netflix couldn't get the last Airbender right. You think they're gonna get
yet. It's not
Gundam?
out.
Bro, the fucking series creators Dipset. Are you kidding?
So my challenge, my retort to that is, like, they were trying to recreate Avatar from the ground up. They can make an entirely custom Gundam storyline. It doesn't have to be based off of any of the previous established series. Like, Gundam as a brand starts at the toys, at the model kits. So as long as you have a vaguely Gundam-looking Gundam, and then have a good story around it, I think it'll be fine.
I doubt it too much.
We'll see. Because, like, nothing's been announced on it. It's just that it's happening. And I know, at least from a CG standpoint, the only redeeming quality of Ready Player One, stuff can look cool. Of course, stuff has to be put around that. But, you know. Anyways, so there's that. Next bit. Alfred Molina basically outright said, he's like, yeah, I'm Doc Ock. I'm coming back for the new Spider-Man movie. It's happening. Like, any NDA he probably had, he just violated with prejudice.
Now, here's what I'm saying. Vanity Fair is one of the biggest publications in entertainment. There is no way Disney did not know this was going out.
Yeah. We're going to circumvent Disney. We're going to be the ones that break this story. What's that? 1 million lawyers?
Oh boy. But yeah, I'm the worst kept secret in Hollywood. was his line.
Yeah, it was basically like, it's already all over the internet, so why not?
Yeah.
My only issue is they were just like, his story's going to continue off from the river. I'm like,
yeah, I don't need that.
Seems a bit odd.
There's so much time in between, and he has only gotten older. That doesn't make any sense to me.
De-aging.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that to me is not a concern.
It's so cheap. Like, I get it. It's cool and all, but it feels cheap.
I mean, watch the Spider-Mans back then. It looks pretty cheap now.
Yeah.
True.
My thing is just, like, if they're like, to me, it could be just, like, someone is plucking villains from different multiverses, so they literally pluck him out of the river right before he dies. Like, I could see that being a thing.
Yeah. I just don't want him to be floating in and go, whoa, I'm up now.
Yeah.
More crime time.
After he got
Listen
redeemed.
to me now. How did Cosmo hate? Dude, we gotta do that soon.
I told you.
So we've got that. There's a few little Resident Evil announcements. Resident Evil 4 VR is a thing that's happening.
Put it on everything.
Just everything.
Yep.
Just keep milking it.
Yep.
It's a good game.
I mean,
I can see them if I did not know the just corporate we want money mindset, I would think that they would be like, we want as many people to experience this as possible. That would be the most charitable reasons, but it's just money time.
Instead of we want as many people as possible to buy this.
I mean, if I had a VR rig, I'd get it.
Not me. That seems like one of those games that needs to be experienced in third person.
That seems like it'd be fun.
I love that game.
Nah, it's just like when they did Grand Theft Auto 5 first person mode. It's like,
I think it would be fun, like, for an hour, and then just like, all right, I'm sitting down now.
That's what I'm saying too.
Just a little goof and a con for a little bit.
Yeah. Then the other little announcement was that they're doing a tie-in. Resident Evil's doing a tie-in with Dead by Daylight. A villain and a survivor is being added. Don't know who yet, but it's happening.
If it's not Clara Redfield, I don't care.
I figured as much.
It's gonna be Chris.
Tie-in. Speaking of tie-ins, Ryu and Chun-Li Chung-Li are joining the Power Rangers Battle for the Grid with their own little ranger suits.
I really like their ranger suits.
They look
They look
amazing.
I really
look good.
like them. this could be done very poorly, but they made it work, and I'm very happy about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's only on the Quest, the RE4.
Oh, it's only on. Ooh, okay. There's a cool hundreds of dollars that you need to drop to play it. I haven't looked at pricing for VR stuff. Like, I know you can kind of, like, the space requirement isn't as big of a deal anymore, but still very cost prohibitive.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 is now the best-selling racing game in history. Just add that placard between Smash and it, as far as fighting games and racing games are concerned. And then Wrestlemania.
Night 1 was really good. Night 2 was pretty much a fart. That's all you need to say about that. Bianca Sasha was the best match of both nights. Blew him out the water. Cesaro got his win, and I care about that. And now it looks like he's trying to challenge for the title. So clap for that. And everything else can sit and spin.
Everything else can sit and spin.
Did I see? Did The Rock come back?
No.
He most certainly did not.
Okay.
The rumor is they want Rock Reigns for the title, not next WrestleMania, but like the WrestleMania after.
Okay. So they're about to start filming Black Adam, so I was just like, I thought I probably saw a article about the rumor.
Yeah, but after WrestleMania, they did some cleanup and let some people go from the roster.
Ridiculous.
The three worst are the Iconics, which was Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, and Samoa Joe, which is just like, Samoa Joe is one of the most talented wrestlers, and he was a great announcer. Why would you let him go? I listened to somebody that was like, now, I'm not advocating for people to lose their jobs, but you let go of Samoa Joe on the announce team, and you still have Byron Saxton. And that spoke to me.
They have at least 3 active abusers on their roster that
Or sending news to minors, like, all bad. But hey, Samoa Joe, the Iconics. Dumb shit.
How quick do you think that
AEW is gonna snatch him up?
Yes, thank you. I forgot the acronym.
I don't know if he'll go to AEW or he'll do some indie stuff to get back into ring shape. And then,
or just to bolster up some indies that need help, especially with the pandemic and everything. You're Samoa Joe. You don't really need the money. You can come in, work, help them get a little bit of money, help them get some eyes on the product, get some new fans, things of that nature. And then peace out.
Okay.
anything else?
The only thing that I saw, because I think they did the Hall of Fame thing during WrestleMania, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the only thing that I saw that I was just like, yay, was Kane.
Yeah.
Forever my
Kane.
favorite.
He's in politics and all that. He did the raise on lower arms. He still got that face down packed. I understand he's been doing it for 150 years, but he started raising his arm. He's got that crinkled up face. I'm just like, you still got it, my dude. That's all you really need to do.
Mm-hmm. Just still, so many good moments.
Still one of the best entrances ever.
Yep. Could not be synced better. All right. So that brings this podcast to a close. Mr. Factman.
Just 50 normal facts this week.
Okay.
Let's open my power button.
49.
Okay.
Make you scroll.
Always gotta make me scroll.
Gotta work for it sometimes.
The name of all the continents end with the same letter that they start with.
Wow.
America, Australia,
Africa,
Europe.
Asia.
Eurasia. Boom. Fuck you. Broke the rules.
Was that intentional?
Yeah, that's what they did.
Dude,
when they decided to
okay.
name everything, they went, "Hey, let's make sure it
Dude,
starts."
1 or 2, but
Nah. So I guess like you're counting America as like all
Yeah,
of
America.
America is America. Just because once you do North and South, that kind of breaks it.
yeah, that's where the problems come. But
It's technically just
Antarctica,
America.
that too. It has to be on purpose.
Africa,
I refuse.
Antarctica, Asia,
Well,
Australia.
and again, we're referring to them by their English
Yes,
names.
of course.
Okay.
Interesting.
Huh.
Whoa. Hold on. Jesus Christ, we have a paragraph. Kishimoto, when he was developing the original Naruto manga, initially had not intended to create Sasuke. After speaking with his editor about the future of the series, he was advised to create a rival for the main character.
Oh
of the
my
series, which
goodness.
results in Sasuke's creation. In Japan, there are more than 40 new animes that appear on television per week.
That last little bit was a bit random, but in Japan.
In Japan,
He
more,
was doing
more
the
paper
random
are
facts.
used to print manga than toilet paper. That I can believe wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I can see that.
Wow.
Okay,
All right.
we're deuced out.
With that, thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. We will see you next week.
Later.
Bye.